Welcome back. I'm First Alert meteorologist Jack Van Meter. Overnight, our temperatures are going to be sliding down into the lower 60s. 63 degrees is where our temperatures will come to rest for tomorrow morning. And also, as we can see, right around 64 degrees by 5 o'clock in the morning. Sunrise tomorrow morning is going to be a little after the 6 o'clock hour. That's usually when we see our coolest temperature of the day. Now, for tomorrow, the heat is back on. 83 degrees as that high temperature. A very similar day to today is actually going to be anticipated for tomorrow, but there's a bit of a difference, and it's very subtle. It's going to be actually our wind, specifically our wind direction coming from the south. What that's going to do actually is signal a warm up in our forecast, especially for the middle of the week, and then we're going to have a bigger warm up going into next weekend. Here's a look at future track going throughout the nighttime and tracking out some light pop-up showers for tomorrow. We can see temperatures currently right around 70 degrees, cooling down into the lower 60s as we start our day off tomorrow. And at 3 o'clock, we can see that's when temperatures are going to actually hit that 80-degree mark. And finally, we are actually seeing a little bit of green showing up on future track, but notice how it's really spotty and very sporadic, not widespread whatsoever. That's why my messaging today has been some will see some pop-up showers, but most of us will stay dry and hot and humid for the rest of the day. Temperatures will be sliding back into the 70s and throughout the 60s as we move throughout the overnight hours. Now, like I said, the heat is going to be back into the forecast, especially to start off this week. And actually, this is the wrong forecast. Actually, this is the wrong slide here, because funny enough, I think this is the following weeks. The heat indices that we're actually going to be seeing tomorrow going to be close to 90 degrees. Obviously, 78 degrees is a little far off of that mark there, but we will be warming up just a little by little. There, a little technical issue there. That's my bad there. But let's go ahead and hit on our next point here, which is actually going to be caused by the heat and the humidity that we're seeing all across Michiana. You see this large shaded area in yellow. Yeah, that's where the folks out in Oklahoma who work at the Storm Prediction Center have highlighted our area here in Michiana for the chance of seeing some stronger thunderstorms on Wednesday. Now, what we will be actually watching for is a cold front that'll be moving through the area, and all that hot and humid air, that cold front will be lifting that up into the atmosphere, and that'll be turning into clouds and then into thunderstorms. Now, what we actually have to watch for in this forecast is we are going to be keeping a close eye on morning showers, maybe a couple morning storms, and that would actually be good news, because if we had morning showers and morning storms, that'll kind of put a damper on how strong the afternoon showers and the afternoon storms will become. And of course, like I just mentioned there, the timing of our thunderstorms that we'll be seeing on Wednesday is going to be in the afternoon and evening. That is one thing that we actually have nailed down there. Now take a look at our 10-day forecast, and I know my heat indice graphic there didn't really make all that much sense, but this 10-day forecast can speak for itself. Take a look at the heat that we're going to be seeing earlier on in the week. On Tuesday, temperatures getting close to that 90-degree mark, 87 degrees there, cooling down because there's that cold front that's going to be coming through on Wednesday, cooling us down back to 80 degrees. And the best part about this 10-day forecast is if you like the heat, you're going to love this week. 80 degrees is going to be the coldest it's going to be for the next 10 days. Next Friday, 85 degrees and 90 degrees in exactly 1 week from today. And with that 90 degrees, guys, we're going to be looking at the heat indices right around